Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we're going through the Geelong versus Hawthorn game, in which what a classic it was for the AFLW and what a promotion of the game in the end. 61-79 was the final score, an absolute end-to-end classic, 140 points scored. Hawthorn really dominated after, I think it's Abby, or is it Amy? I think it's Amy. I want to go Amy McDonald went down with that quad injury in basically the first half. It was about 5 minutes to go in the first half. She was absolutely dominating the game in the end. And after that, they really got midfield dominance, did the Hawks. And with their style, they were just able to pass it around the back and then really just set up and go from there. But anyway, let's just jump into this recap here. You see Nina Morrison, she was pretty good in the end, 21 and 11 tackles and a goal for 106. Had a really disappointing last quarter, which was a 13. As you see there, Georgie Pasparkas 96. Is she back to her best? Can you really get some value out of her being underpriced at 930 odd K also? I think you can, and then that will enable you to get upgrades. Elsewhere, Maloney 92, Darby 78, Scott 68. McDonald here, injury 62. I want to say, I can't remember which one it was, which injury it was. I want to say it was a hamstring injury there for her. I believe similar to Emma Carney as well. They both did hamstrings, and we'll get to Emma Carney later in the week, or even today in the recap as well, the round recap. So Scott McDonald 62, we said. Bowen 57. And as you see here, pretty good second half of 39, but in the end, not valuable. Webster 56, so it shows that her and the likes of who are we talking about? Daisy Darcy are sort of going neck and neck, and then 1 week. So knowing this, Webster's going to have a really good double week and really gain value in that, gain points on Darcy and really even up the ledger, given that she's probably down about 15 points now, give or take, across like the 5 weeks since it was mentioned in like round 1 or 2. So yeah, that really does show that. Crockett Grills 54, Parry 51, Gunjaka 41, Emonson 39, Featherstone 39, Friswell 36. She's going to probably lose a lot of value in the double now because of the way the double is structured. I didn't actually realize that the double is, it seemed just like a double the points, double the break even and get to that break even, it sounds like. So yeah, people that like Friswell and like we saw with Anderson that come in with a huge break even, you double that. I think Anderson came in with a break even of like 300 or something, 150 or something like that into her double, and then that was doubled to 300, and she only made it to like 160 or something like that, or whatever it was. It was pretty bad, and then she lost like 250k. Same thing with Carney. She had probably a break even in general of about probably 70 or 65 across the for a 1 game break even, but that was doubled to like a 70 or so. I don't know exactly what it was, but yeah, she lost like 270k across the 2 games. So yeah, I think it's some combination of that rather than get to 1 break even and then to the next, because it just is making a lot more sense with how these movements are going with a lot of players, especially. But yeah, that is what it is. Because like even Hartle went up, I think 2k across her double, and she still scored like 70 points. Whereas, she should have probably she probably should have gone up a lot more if it was a different system. So I think that's what it is. Kenny 28, Maloney 28, 15 touches for Maloney, but I think they were like all handballs. Rankin, 23, Sermon, McDonald, Kennedy, and Cairns. Then we move over to Hawthorn and West with 130. She was absolutely amazing. 24 touches, 16 tackles, just absolutely huge. Wales with a 1-2-1 as well. She was absolutely huge. 11 kicks, 11 handballs, 4 marks, 4 tackles, and 39 hitouts. She's been absolutely huge in the last couple of weeks. Breed as well with a 99. I had her in the double, as I don't know what did actually, I need to check what did Goody get to in the second game of the round for them, as I don't think she would have done too well from memory. I just made some big mistakes, and I think playing Goody on field was probably one of them. What did she even get to? What did she get to? Let me just check here. Where is she? Steinborg, Pope, Tickle. Goody got to a 65. That's not actually the worst, so it ended up being not the worst. having her on there. It was just, yeah, the Goring captain costs me like 30 points on Conzi, which we'll get to anyway. Lucas Rod 98, Bates 97, Gilroy 77 for Gilroy. She's an absolute booming kick as well, which just opens up the game a lot, and I think that's why Hawthorn can do a lot of damage, is just she can actually boot the ball about 50-55 yards. And then you have Italy 74. I think she kicked her first and then kicked her second later on in the first AFL goal, and then kicked AFLW goal, and then she kicked her second very late on as well. McDonough 72, Fleming 70 and 17 touches, 6 tackles and a goal. Ashmore 62, Smith 58, Richardson, Stevenson, Everest, Stone 44. She was actually pretty good, but yeah, playing a forward role, so probably not going to be valuable in the long run, given that she 53% dog, 44, and that included 3 goals, which would heavily weight obviously in the points, given that that's 18 of the 44 points just there. Williamson 44, Bodie 37, and an injury there as well potentially. Stratton 37, Kemp 34. Elliott 32 and Fellows 19. If we're looking at any of the girls from these two sides, as I believe they play on the Tuesday or Wednesday for their double, as you have a lot of that. This week you've got, I think West is definitely of value. I just need to go to the stats center. Or West, what's she priced at? 1.192. She's averaging 95 for the year. 81 against Adelaide wasn't the greatest, but then 94 and 130. I think if she gets the tackles up, that's where she does really, really well. And she has Gold Coast and Fremantle. That could be pretty good for her. You have Wales here, who's just on a tear as well. If you look at Wales, she's just over 1 million. Both of them honestly could be of value this week. They're both averaging in the 80s. You see here, she did have a 39, which definitely does suck, and that was a pretty poor performance from her. But outside of that, she's done really, really well. And when she actually gets the disposals up, that's when she's very, very damaging. As you can see here, the last 2 weeks, 20-odd disposals both weeks. Even just looking at her sister there, Wales as well, you can see here she does pretty well when she's actually more non-disposal work than actually disposal work compared to Lucy Wales, who's more on the disposal round, as you can see. Breed as well, I don't think she'll be any value during the double now, given that I think she's going to top out around about that 900k or so probably. Given her, I traded her and now she's gone up even more, because that sounds about right this year. Lucas Rods ended up on a 98. I still don't think she's I don't think she has that at the end the top end value. Like you can see a 108 and a 98, etc. But she's still only averaging 86, and that midfielder, that M5 sort of role that she'd probably slot into, you probably want that to be averaging around that like 100 or so, and I don't think she has that capability, and especially when she gets those marks shut down, she really does tend to struggle a little bit. So I think that she's just one, as you can see here, 2 marks. Her lowest 2 scores have come with 2 and 3 marks, and her big scores have come with 6, 7, and 8 marks respectively. Well, 7 plus is when she gets that, as well as just having 15 plus kicks is when she really gets the scores up there. So yeah, she really does struggle a little bit when she doesn't get the marks, which is understandable given her role as more of a distributor down back. Bates as well, 97. If we go to Bates here, let's just look at this quickly. You'll see Bates 1.046 million and hasn't really played as much. Didn't play round 2, I should say. And yeah, I don't think there's much value in her position there. But anyway, and then moving on to just quickly glancing over to the Geelong side, you have Morrison here. I think she is of value as well. I think she's hit a ton, maybe 3 of 5, I want to say. Let's just look at this here. She's hit a ton, 2 of 5, had a 96 in there as well, and has really built into this year, and I think become that definitely that number 1 mid in at Geelong. And with their double of Freo and Sydney are definitely down bad with Moffat out now, I would suspect, with heat spots or whatever they want to call that in the foot as well. I think she's definitely got an injury there that they won't play her, and that will lose a lot of that midfield prowess for Sydney, alongside them having Malloy and stuff out. So I think she'll dominate in that game. She may cop the Kennedy tag in that, but I think Prasparkas will get that tag potentially. But I think that Geelong will dominate that game anyway. And she's also got Fremantle, who are a pretty good midfield, but I think she'll be able to dominate in that game as well. So, yeah, I think she's definitely one, as well as Prasparkas here. If we just go to Prasparkas, 936k, 70, 39, 96, it would be a massive risk to go Prasparkas. But I mean, at this point, if you're just trying to hunt some value and just trying to hunt basically some cash gen during the double, I think it would be of good value. Let me just see if Jaden has updated the break evens. If I just go to, I think he has done it. Prasparkas here, 68. She's probably gonna massively go up if I think it is what it is. So that could be a really good hunt there, just to go Prasparkas to gain some value and to be able to get another scorer on the field. But anyway, I think that's pretty much the video there, going through this game in which Hawthorn won. Not the most convincing, but 3-goal margin in the end was a pretty good win for them. And if you did enjoy it, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, especially with all of the midweek content that gets condensed into 1.5 days or so, as we build up to the big double of the season in round 6 with 6 teams on it. But anyway, if you did enjoy that video, remember to do that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.